ya entimi enko torti emfa emayen ene nyame ebe yadom na yenya empanyifo mienu enso ewo ha na yani omo edi eye nkomo na nyame yadom ene anwumre ya as usual menya ora ishak chei brobe onu ejinem edima di NPP menya no enso ewo ha omra obekasa edi ama MPP na afei masan enya openia nidin enso edi PV Jantwa Boating Datsun ono su ejinem edi ama the NDC ono a business consultant sanso ena Orai Shak Che Robi a lecturer School of Business KSTU and a member of the NPP Pomo and a menyomu ebedi jumei ene enyumri bamianko na yenti the finance minister Dr. Amin in some of the tuja efa debt restructuring
We concluded negotiation with the official creditors, and we've agreed to restructure $5.1 billion. And I'm telling you, your government is good in negotiation. Of the $5.1 billion, we are going to make a savings of about $2 billion. As I speak to you, tomorrow morning, there will be an announcement that we have also concluded our negotiation with the Eurobond holders, $13.1 billion. And ladies and gentlemen, when we announce it, please read the details. We have negotiated a good deal for Ghana that will save us $8 billion. That government will not be held responsible for the investment decisions of individuals. But this government is so caring. Mistakes were made. People were not well informed. Maybe they didn't know who to consult to be informed or advised. But we also know that the people who are affected are suffering. We heard that some people have died. Some people had to commit suicide. This government is so caring that in the first place, we granted some bailout to all the affected. And I want to tell you again that the president has directed that we do another bailout. So between now and October, we will release 1.5 billion Ghana cedis to the affected people. This will not pay the entire amount, because the entire amount is 4 billion.
So, the kind May, 2nd May, at the Command Bank of Ghana, no, president now, and the minister, and the parliament, National House of Chief, Chief Imam, Caleb Pentecostal Church, Bishop Conference, Caleb Bishop Conference, Pentecostal Churches, House of Chiefs, Council of State. Can we come on now? The area has had a prayer and they has had a cut out for Akoma Parliament. They know the area Akoma Parliament, the petition and they say, Parliament Speaker, or impressing on the Ministry of Finance, say, a fair mid-year review budget or the ever for Parliament. No, on fact, yes, provisions so and share budget move. So the share budget move is earlier. Any review, yeah, who say they are making provision for us. Send me a buyer provision a ma that are for now and then to meet in Africa, say, 1.5 because send me a bicycle assumption.
Na chese we so demonstrators ene omo omo sabi aban edi omo car eno eho restructure no kroniba eba no domestic one no enene wote se omo so ede ensem ahodo ede etu edwa na Ghana debt ho sensem ya na the Economic Intelligence Unit say ene omo gidie say Ghana's debt carrying capacity could easily improve in the future. Na we ensama omode atudwa se na creditors no ombesa omo build contingencies se be betimi aboa na etimi ahwe ama Ghana in agreement and say agreement no mpesa omko no etimi ahwe ma bibia enso etimi akọ nanim we ensama omo enso ede atudwa efa asa ensam ekro na eho yenko ma Jean Mensa ono so ensama ode tudwa. We a chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jean Mensa, and a nay, what they in Sembokasium, and I say what they a year, or say, and I saw order a year NDC for us. se ene ba mo san eba ye ipac ni mu no etimi aboa ema niema etimi akọ se dem dey kan ede to edwa no. In 2020, after the election, no, now Tunsa from Senkomomra, Nanka, Omo, and no so a parliamentary, presidential elections, no, said the acquire, and this for said that Wamonko. Na, and no Chimotra last year, Muho baby, and Omo Madrin say, Ombesanko, no, and me, Eddie, to just say, Bombo by no, discussions, some of the Abba, and assess suggestions from the Abba, no, I am very, very encouraging, etimi aboa ema electoral commissar na adwuma na woye no etimi akọ nanim we eyensema ode atu edwa enso ewo ho na de ewo ho enso eno no afi mamenko enei the member of parliament for Asante Achem North Ora Andy Apia Kubi ono ena ode ensem ede atudwa se ono wanyentum se enei party no Edi anase Dr. Mahmoud Bahomia, Edi Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe, akose ono, ena enkoyen running mate, we ayen sama, wadi atu edra, na de papei eke nina nese Vice President, or se ka oshe, no se anase Vice President fa bibiasa emame tudra, na yenti ene se nipa miensa mum eding ena the Vice President, Edi akoma mpanyifo, ura, and as a Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempedin Ekahon, lawyer Henry Kwabena Kokufu Edin Ekahon, and Honorable Ose Yao Editum, Minister for Education, and also Edin Ekahon, we ayen sama yati efa sa and some and so medical Eddie Ura Fifi and some lady atuja say or more robust machinery. And they MPP for some more margin said Mube Riabanumna. Omo akwanyam de faso omo mpene kura ema enwiamu bia enso emba mamenko na mema akwaba
nyame adom kakrakra nanzo
nyame adom me hoye pa right me try say ora PV Jantwa Boating Datsun ono so ba be kansa na ya to adwumadi no ensensem no eho na yenhwe enei enra ene ati say ene Dr. Baumia ade Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempedi akwa no pe amanfo atwene srene abasa ema enei this is for crowd said your voice do so papa no ne no enwanwa yanka bi anhye manwumre te yese da bi yes sir anything what is happening na musam mo na party no motimu e de na esi
yo kewo de medase yemfa kwan so nchia ya hwefo na yetiefo men come pressure so nchita kwa ma bi poso nchia ma de hye nyina anwumre running mate in common. We try as a and come journey free home. And so I'm a good room pempen so be a journey free home. In ye 1 central for ya, where they are coaching a building. And ye be debat, ye be share Nikano a year. A young animus say November 4 and a new patriotic party. Equatwaba, His Excellency, the Vice President, Al-Hajj Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Yeninti se mse ubu nsa na Bosome bese and Sony. And now say, yeah, Kongotri. As a matter of fact, in the Yingana, you train say, obitumi at the ne abidi That's a franca 2-4 abidi Ebatuja. Na and can be a trade akoto. The Emra or winning a no November na and China Brunya no by January, February, which is 7th, and within a vision for Ghana about 12 thing. Or yeah, new year no. The end say or sign announce on a campaign team. Announce campaign team, no sign announce manifesto committee. Tishishena and Casano, Yebun Kuntana, the Cassia pa and I train any running mate. No. The Becca who be any say manifesto no or more virtually or more a year we and sa. Yeah, so you be shani outdoor manifesto no. Sani mami ni pana aka
critical.
Enti enra en mo nsantwremfo ya muhuhui mo de beto abonten say Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ayino
Alajinti wadaroma wo wanti kra wo nanim ho hwe
say media minim say san komono de podcast mo say topica e ade a obi ani di akire nanso so breaking news ni de say wo fie kra sabi wo she etwaye kra na say wo ujare kra na mobile phone ti breaking news no about obehu na some of the reputable platforms egina eka ene banner headline Daily Graphic and so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh and Odenimu. I'm a board member of Graphic. Yeah, Truth and Accuracy, brand, and yadia, you sacrifice, sir. And to seeing it also on the front page of Daily Graphic was also revealing.
Okay.
Because Graphic will not go out just like that. As a matter of fact, that is even the reason why my emergency Mekabi.
Better graphic than anyone.
Aye. Otherwise, I don't believe in my paper.
Okay.
What you say?
Okay.
Enti, but na me media, minim say enye yemfa radio TV for no nko. Party sources nso so yade na ehun hia. Enti head up opening party sources who say enkomo no NC.
So why would it come out so boldly?
Sentina Maka say you are all in a hurry to break the news.
Okay.
What you say?
Okay.
More media for no dey who is going to break the news? No, who here pa now if you why a reference point.
Okay.
Near the boarding.
We're not breaking it.
Not breaking it first. And to be then I make a graphic first page. But NC, the entire NC and say party no Emran and Shisha no. Say era Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. What the Dino cry what shown will be a huna. And it's a National Executive Committee, the second highest decision making body in the party. President Kahon, Vice President Kahon, I'm saying all the national General Secretary Kahon, Chairman Kahon, Regional Chairman Ningina Ekahon, Sampanin full way in Nibia Omaka, and a constitute National Executive Committee. No. A ho mum. ɛna asɛm no bɛtwa
nti yɛmfa no sɛ
ɛhɔ na asɛm no bɛtwa
atesɛm no biara na agye ntrɛhɛ
yɛmfa no sɛ ɛnokorɛ wom sɛ running mate ne nkɔmmɔ no anhwɛ yi a next week ɛbɛtumi atwa
okay nokorɛ wom
sɛ ɛbɛtumi atwa yɛno deɛ national executive committee no ɛwie a adi a ɔmo wie yɛbɛba bɔnten koraa nsa na yɛadɔ nipa no. I remember I was coming from Accra. Namadru somewhere Pukiasi Amasamai ho baby. And my uncle back friend me. Friend me was Jacques. You know what? I'm saying also the breaking news that John Dramani Mahama as I have or friend is saying. Jenana or Opokwajimai. It turned out to be true because any day no more. Akwa the final meeting no akwa could declare ewo ho ama ho nkomo a piepie ho no wa obetias you wa ontias you John Dramani Mahama the nurse from say mama na no de na yede eko san komo no from meeting na obi frame me bo mama ne and sakra and na NDC for no ankasa edi baba beto abontin so enti no yen twema National Executive Committee no enko na is names me ansana of friend is saying Ira and the Apia Kubi aboning no. These are all strong men. Very credible individuals. Omunina Susuno as a free Ashanti region. Intino yo train munam say ya do some pempens so the doctor won't about me and my train check. All right. New Patriotic Party and my train check. Na the final yehunu said ye ABC ako. Say Dr. Matthew Poku Prempel say Dr. Ya or say Duchmo say Dr. Lawyer Kwabena Owusu Ningina be a doctor.
As a modiano, a lot of euphoria, a lot of news and as will be a watch there or chinchimunsa as about me and his own man. Why all these things?
Oh, he's his own man. He's his own man.
Okay.
Mamudu Bami and you be our prey, sir. It is a winning no is sign or pre bibrea. Ubenyanyama be wrong.
Okay.
The Jamaican said it got to a point everybody knew Dr. Muduba is going to contest as presidential candidate for the New Patriotic Party. Almost everybody is out.
Okay.
Hira la Shabatia TSMU Kufi Kunadu Apreku, Dr. TSMU, Mira Kamraji, Japan TSMU, Omuna TSMU, no one TSMU. Or tertiary. Until say Samia Ukunum Ekokofane ne forms na almost returning mum and son or no kujina simpio so now or name a party for any Ghana for Atchitrim Komo. That's the way he does his things. And you know and na adi asa generate interest kese and they say in Nipana, you signals will be fresh Ashanti region. Rightly so. Yeah. And Ashanti region is also the stronghold of the party. If you like, the birthplace of the party. Or soon Kasani Yefunu no and so Hana Eshe. You don't know, say a generative euphoria na me feel say a understandable. For Andy to conclude on 3 people saying makes it nice.
But he made some comments about Napo. I don't know whether you want to comment on that one. Say and they
okay.
I say I wouldn't speak to a majority because we have not been consulted as a caucus for us to state our position. But for me, Apia Kubi, you can solicit my view on that. if it were up to me to choose, I wouldn't choose him.
It's fair.
It's not my preference.
It's fair.
He's saying that he's not my preference, but that does not mean he's not qualified, he said.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
When asked whether he had a preference, Tapia Kubi said, well, if there was an opportunity like that, I will express a candidate. However, acceptable otherwise to our presidential candidate. I wouldn't want somebody who would be open with the people on the ground, who will be able to deliver the vote, who will submit to the presidency, and who will be important in bringing parliament closer to the executive.
Yeah.
This is not so delegatory.
No, and if you know, I express it.
Okay.
Preference is the
Okay.
As a matter of fact, so how Yera John Dramani Mahama was selected as running mate.
Okay.
See a question he tane way. Yes. Yera Jerry John Rawlings, who is the founder of the NDC. On the year Obahima Kunedu Ajama Rawlings. We're strongly rooting for Yankasa Yeniaba Betty Molidrisu.
Yeah.
That was powerful block. Yeah, man, so powerful. And they say, Professor Amiz no lecture with Investor Ghana.
Okay.
And Yera Jerry John Rawlings, a be final as the running mate. Eventually, Okokoye vice president. Intino Yera Mills there, 110% Yera Jerry John Rawlings choice. It is a also kwako choose running mate. No one is fast as you now bentia.
You should have accepted.
Exactly. But Professor Mills also had his own scorecard. We're taking the boxes. And we're deciding on Yera John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
What even happened was that Emre Baza Professor Mills ebe announced so ni running mate Yera John Dramani Mahama. Ono ankasa ama in person.
Yeah.
Me ankasa me yonko brebo a free anchor. O man de betuja. And you know, I'm for many bombs no na why announcement no.
Okay.
So what I say. Case closed.
Okay.
And that was also a very good choice for him.
Okay.
Because he had no amount of winning election 2008.
Okay.
And you know, the amount for Bekani, Boboni, I mean, I'm not surprised you see or Fridays are Yera Kwabena Owusu. Because I know that man, fantastic gentleman.
Okay.
So a very quiet and real grassroots politician, for example.
Okay.
You know, from electoral area, polling station, electoral area, then to constituency, becoming, Bantama, constituency chairman, na later Obabeye, also member of parliament. He is a PhD holder, he's a lawyer, fantastic brain on climate change. Sanima we no a contemporary. Okay. So only it comes with tremendous knowledge and experience.
Okay.
The last post was the Environmental Protection Agency. Almost CEO. Dr. Yawaduchum, an amazing guy. I mean, it's very clear. It's education what he has here.
Okay.
Say merit education ministers. He's one of the persons or core vetting for the position of education minister. NDC crowd was like, Mummy and Parson and Uncle. He's a fine guy for that position.
Okay.
So a very impeccable fellow. The way I said the way I also the Ghana education is equa. Or shared Dutch, said the AC Echo. People credit him with double track system.
Yeah.
Emre Bass a free just then buy a amount for a bob on pim, you could go schools no mono. Nehun here say, yeah, the ends a name for Napo, and as education minister. But people credit Dr. Yao for the double track system, which was very innovative. You know, 2-term member of parliament for or friend saying Bosomchi, and ne third term all queer or sako costandi, you know, obi uncontested. Last elections, obi uncontested. So he's a very calm, nice fellow.
Okay.
Personally, I know him.
Okay.
And just as Chairman Kukufu. So Napo is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I mean, he comes from the belly of the elephant.
Okay.
So he comes from the belly of the elephant. Belly of the elephant because Ufra Pijafie. So Santehini Nana. Nananum and a TSK Titisika man ye a formal NLM. Napo is our age.
Okay.
Involved in student politics and then also international politics. So you share number of times amount for a call parliament. I call the fourth time. You're winning and then or start and the fifth time. 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. Also education minister with policy freers such as he was on the driving seat. Nana Dankwa Kufuado at the show here and said no. Let us implement free senior high school policy and free TVET. You know, he distinguished himself in that capacity. Second term, Nana Dankwa Kufuado unico energy. Energy to the same thing. Sisi yankani enyanya 100%, but antecedent and saying that abba. Our Ghanaians on Asantema will always credit him with K1 TTP planter.
Former American.
Okay. The projection was that by end of June, monthly, the additional 100 megawatts in Babakahona, you get 250 megawatts.
Okay.
But
so,
the forms the gas pipeline, if free, central region, all the way up to Kumasi, just to power that, means that he has Asantema at heart and Ghana in general.
Okay, me that's it. Mamen corner me ma openi PV Jantua Boatin Datsun. Akwaba. Openi Akwaba. Mpacho boko die. Edenya miasi. Where you hear the running mate for the NPP. Mpacho so Mike and mame. I don't know. So all right. Na you no pay if you run numre ba be say no pay yet say na po. Enumre the yet and say enye na po na nipa miensa. From the opposition party, mention views about what is happening in the NPP.
Story, but I don't know. Maybe I should be to my confirmer. Name is on to do to President.
Mike, I'm saying, and sorry, indeed.
No, President, I want to do to President Kofo. So, on the time, your man free hand to pick in Nipa.
Yeah.
Kofo was your man free hand. The man pick in Nipa where they. Omoma, but we have the same
free hand, yeah.
Free hand now, also picking the power where they. There was, I'm saying 2020, when President Mahama can say, Oba review free SHS. But Obama was quick. And President Mahama suggested, say, Oba meet stakeholders. Now I have a conference where me, I revise, I review free SHS. President Mahama came out to say, governance is wrong about taking decisions.
Okay.
President Mahama, so only what it takes, I only as a friend, I consult to stakeholders and that. And I'm so much surprised there to choose the running mate, I was away.
Okay.
Because all chance saying his bid for more presidential slot. He almost promised everybody, even including Omo constituency chairman, for as will be a running mate.
How do you prove that, Oberi? How do you prove so promise you be a?
Sir, or no man now can answer me.
Okay.
The only Kofu do Kokomina, we about our frame and I know can say. Now it is very clear, sir. On one hour accused of being to take decisions. Now, on no mum now, won't mean
and take a decision.
Yes, intimate. Because one outline of policy in every 70 to choose a running mate now become a problem for you. It is because we are a deceiver and for until who said it. I said, my sister now, Obobra. No, who baby, I'm who baby, I'm free.
Do so about
because we promise you be.
Okay.
And that has been the challenge, Kessben. Now, and also I expose when the weakness say, will be our baby lady or Maya. You can't put your thoughts and Onyema together.
Okay.
Because what the vice president 4 years. And now, why express interest, your mouth not to become the flag bearer. At least I was saying what you identify will be the other. Think I can for speculative from last year and William to buy team. President Kufodi.
Entering a strategy, so say possibly Obesa man for the motive in Pimwa now no about things.
No. You see, a strategy known before the battle is no longer a strategy.
Okay.
The original first in Obia himself won't mean decided because our promise from Kufodi. And exactly what he's doing now, do baby, I know I can't say baby. Choice our one. Say obey to my head, augmented the weakness in this animal. Yeah. And I know not want to mean. Before so say, Nana could find the cranies. Or no person will be a man.
Okay.
And I another issue for him to decide.
Okay.
And say, I said, Nana could not change any power on your day.
When you know,
and this is a bad drama.
But Yate Dr. Napudin from Onono will lead this compensation right Pia Bontin say Onona or the aircrew.
It has who's okra, and names means I may bang you man, somebody names me, sir. Paul, Dr. Dichum. So many I paid you for. Yes, but I think, say, meaning I mentioned but which other way?
One is medical.
This 2024 elections in there, they have no chance. And they'll be in the but if I'm to help them, you should choose Napo.
Why Napo?
Yes. You see, Dr. Luchum and Kofu near my ultimate is Napo.
Okay.
Because
and man on that way.
Yeah, because she said, or substantive minutes I decided to say, oh, my own area. There's nothing that we can do. Okay. And Napo from his influence in the baby or can I win? My friend, many I could watch now. My friend, Apostle Matthew.
Okay.
You see, for Obi to identify Obi, so Obi to my idea, I may mount opportunity
to do it.
May mount support. May encourage you. Until you realize, or a team player, he can identify Nipa on bit my idea, my Akoso.
Okay.
And sa leadership in the Mavino will be a horse at Bino or next to none.
Okay. Okay.
Somebody can be competent, but also be abominable. Be non coin dinner per se. Yes. Right.
Okay.
And he may Ubia, which may identify as a wee bit mabua or Shamasim family. We all need the big picture and say, "Be a gentleman." Okay. When it comes to no one can be also where you say no. As human beings, we be on the floors.
Okay. Okay.
And floors and will be a table. Ghana, what we need now is a leader or a competent, whether we're temperamental, or one way one.
But your own party people will say, Senapo Bar, they have a dozy on him. I'll make to me a day are running it down. And we heard a lot of them. Say, Say Oba, though you are not part of the party of the NPPD, but Kawode and Kabe prefer say the right person should
you see, once somebody can say, the only never can Dr. Baumia who be how many chances be also elections.
Okay, the whoever who be
maybe to help them, but what I'm saying is, not to run somebody down, but we have what it takes. Situation of man, whom she say no, and near my was say, yet issue, Emma or man to me then a dano. Any here Ghana for
okay,
and yeah, will be you say no, no,
okay,
because Sunday man, now we are the problem is certain there.
Problem yet me solve.
So you better look for the solutions.
Okay.
Nani para because I will be a term there. What are you
I see.
We have what it takes.
Okay.
We have the solutions.
Okay.
We have say we leader name also say Obetima provided a trustworthy leadership. Leader you bet imagine it.
Okay.
Say and now or yadi we and ne also be we you track record and pa Obetimi aye.
Okay.
But you see, say we leader now, you who say we flip flopper. We say we have a culture. We can be a new nipim.
So only straightforward.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can't get in his town store. The running mate his town store. And you know what? You can. And a baby a day in Yashano. You don't need a baby. But I don't find a part to help them because it's a good for one party. No. One man may catch you be say my follow MPP kakra because me feel for fire MPP for is this party my mentor Victor Owusu serve as a foreign minister and attorney general in ye give the road to one MPP any day who ne or do size one MPP in ye no. And you see the sadness, leader, the way president is saying, Kofu wina, Tana Omanasi, said almost the party na Bible baby idea show no sir, J Kufon MPP and ye.
Okay.
And now to me more MPP din. One coyer reference be and French ama. Currently the only thing for be a matter MPP.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, na beba tom.
Bibi anti face to see on the bomb was for Henena.
One value na to from now is a main cancer so. We are Bema crown or Bobre na no one she in Nibia is a collar. One waited here. Wakofa a colana. Opa Sidama community in your Bibia will and then I started Nanakufa the MPP.
Okay.
Party na yedi share in some so much found free and kohano. When you
and the mammo I want to source 2024 day duly and this
the American is here. One party reputation was saying no party no Indiana one was saying. And now what the other governance because in him since independence you be a president will be creating a huge governance deficit. And MPP currently is suffering from poor governance. And when governance, no, a Joe and someone, because you need good governance structures. And I only be running program, the policy be up there. Oh yeah. Here is the case. Here's the case.
Mama governance, my back from
Mama one. I marry. Omoya I marry. I knew how so tell me about it. Was in an Akufo-Addo as a president, a issue cabinet directive. A dietary energy minister, so Konekwe ABCD. Now, Gabisun and Falcon also hear the same thing. First, para authority. Kokachan say, the Gabi and Imudia officer. This not good governance.
Okay.
And a plethora of them.
Okay.
Bibribi. Okay. A contaminant in state institutions, mandated institutions, energy commission, forestry commission. Koye investigate a say a contaminant. What forest reserve? Ye galamsi. No go for a baby jambontin. As far as I'm concerned, contaminant in Bonibia. You see, what's sabotage good governance? And let baby agree.
Okay.
And when good governance fails, will be anyhow. That is why this government be the idea of more. They've come back to square one.
Okay. Okay.
And they are not quite alone.
No, I can't knowledge.
Enough for NDC. Say you be you missing time.
Okay.
Because Ghana need to test CBR, baby TBR. He wants to experience good governance and rule of law.
Okay.
not good for the pencil. Where is rule of law? Good governance in the war. And the deficit is too huge. I don't know,
Okay. Okay.
Say, a whole president or minister, quite like I said, let me demand you. Could then a coincidence. Oh, Miss one colleague from Kwabena Home, or no corner, to bomb. Just look at this.
Anyway, Mesamba Hoba, my member, Lagi Chic, a friend say, Ishak Brobihona, meaning said definitely all rebuttals.
Me that's it. On record, Ghana is ranked the 5th best governed country in Africa. Europe began to actually reflect to on a pencil the governance record.
Okay.
Now, Africa said, I mean, collaborating geography, no, said, the whole kaya, but 54 countries.
Yeah.
If you rank 5th best governed country in Africa, PV and Sam Review.
Okay.
The Atosubium, and they say, me are very happy when I hear NDC say almost on by winning election 2024. As a matter of fact, yes, on by winning, on my has yet positions.
We need that. Anyway,
on my has yet positions. I don't know, say PV. The on former presidential staffer into on the enya de obepreno was on the on or your old block e wo mu dada but I'm renting bi zo nam PV no so a pese ye twa mu di nto ho na da achibi. But you see, it is the most dangerous path they are taking. Sa ade na ewura wo mutiri mu no
say omawini election.
Yeah agbena ye ka bi 2008 agbena
We na mo trefa mo.
Come on, Professor Mills. Professor Mills nam touch lines asum you.
Okay.
You know what they call. Na uhwe Mahmoud Bawumia ho keka. Wa issue a vision statement. Wa announce or ne running offense saying campaign team manifesto committee. What TSC form regional campaign. Robust regional campaigns or me wunu sa energy ni bi wo John Mahama. Come on. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia hit ground a campaign at say obi wo position. Yera John Dramani Mahama at say obi a o pe akonya wo tie akonya so. Okay. That's the difference.
Okay.
And the way there you are very happy.
Okay.
And they are not pushing enough. Okay. Now, there's nothing like somebody giving you the presidency on a silver platter. No way. Say, one kasa will party and you won't policies I will roll it out.
Okay.
But could be our catch up on Tia, Obianti. So, you know, media, I'm always refreshed, with the leader, He's his own man. I'm telling you, he's his own man.
Made an allegation, say he went around promising.
I'm coming there. I mean, NDC, I can't say I mean, how can it be true? I didn't just ask him, we beat me, I no cry. I didn't just beat me, I no cry. Mahmoud Bawumia is being held by people from all over the party. Nancy or call UK. Omoko launch Friends of Bawumia and all of that. 1.2 million pounds. Fundraising on year and 1.2 million pounds
to support his campaign.
To support his campaign. So onya de papa onya ta support no.
Okay.
Wabaye vice presidency seat na mana ya kono e ka ho bi and the New Patriotic Party mu kra no. Aya kono.
Okay.
Wabaye mana ya kono. And this is said Mahmoud Bawumia wa benchmark for all political parties who choose running mate. Oh yes, check our votes, particularly in the 5 northern regions. 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. and check whether there's a decline or there is an increase. What you say? And the latter is the case.
Okay.
On said in communist one no mamud ba involvement in politics I change even the way we have our political discourse. Ideas based politics.
He's his own man.
He is his own man.
He is his own man.
Now the man for your propaganda now more of friend is saying ADD attempt across it. Look at in the past. Community people better say anka ideas ba go anywhere anka why you for beti. Wahwe for no different committee. Anka wo me dinner tell no what you matter. No. What about me issue based?
Okay.
And or the other Ghanaian politics, not even MPP politics, Ghanaian politics. What you say? And this our branch here no dear. Me feel say all writing off at your own peril. Yeah, take him serious. Take Mahmoud Bawumia serious any time. Oh, he's very firm. Sure. There was a time ni din komona ono ankasa ne PSC baako pe. Gideon Bwako. Gideon say there was a time where they did to Facebook. Or the two Facebook credit who you know the boss. Say come on pull it down.
Pull it down.
Yes. Me ankasa nyamina me de to Facebook. A branch be friend Adams. Na or the two Facebook. And I me call Facebook wall no. And I me there.
Comment
here. Me comment here na afi anche bia no who say Gideon afre. Friend who say Krobia and so. Me check here no Krobia and so my message. But na Adams no pulling it down. The moment I me comment here anything Adam no pulling it down. No let's just say me dia no so call. So until and I went back to tell them say oh, you know. So he's very watchful as well. So on certain communist there. And ade we be tonte when I'm sure say graphic first page no money you know. Ya nimo be ya na ya kase yen ka bia enye but one hwe yanka wo be push me anka menka
anyway.
And you know media the me catch to no say PB sa enkomo de me tid wo mo ano tem bia manage Mamudu Bawumia me feel say jebo said the me said the community air corner by next week dear imagine ye me say
whether or say your dichumu
imagine ye me
whether
say
Napo
Bibia
whether Henry Kokofu whoever it is
exactly
me
imagine ye me say
anyway.
And travel beyond next week
all right
so imagine ye me
well echenejo because I'm for speculating and they will be the other to abonte graphic akotem bia by na masaba abonte say there be nyesa enetie me enkona fe yenhwe the finance minister about the debt restructuring no I say me ba na mashase every ora PV Jantua Boating that's in a ho. Yentie the finance minister e kafa debt restructuring no ho na fe emrasisia.
Of the 5.1 billion last 2 weeks, we concluded negotiation with the official creditors, and we've agreed to restructure $5.1 billion. And I'm telling you, your government is good in negotiation. Of the 5.1 billion, we are going to make a savings of about $2 billion. As I speak to you, tomorrow morning, there will be an announcement that we have also concluded our negotiation with the Eurobond holders, $13.1 billion. And ladies and gentlemen, when we announce it, please read the details. We have negotiated a good deal for Ghana that will save us $8 billion. That government will not be held responsible for the investment decisions of individuals. But this government is so caring. Mistakes were made. People were not well informed. Maybe they didn't know who to consult to be informed or advised. But we also know that the people who are affected are suffering. We heard that some people have died. Some people had to commit suicide. This government is so caring that in the first place, we granted some bailout to all the affected. And I want to tell you again that the president has directed that we do another bailout. So between now and October, we will release 1.5 billion Ghana cedis to the affected people. This will not pay the entire amount, because the entire amount is 4 billion.
The Finance Minister Dr. Amin Nsama Odi Etudwa Efa ene a negotiation and as that restructuring no ho ensensema nei the two bondholders group and a boa menya $13 billion and afi oba ayeye mam hanso atimi aboa mesika kakra aba we nyina eka the IMF conditionalities and e be release ska e de aba o my Ghana mu per the posture and then the enthusiasm from the finance minister HSA aban abonhoding say na wetimi a negotiate and SK eba abebo abekaya. The background of this is from the fact that the COVID-19 pandemic and so when lives are lost we can't bring them back, but when the economy is destroyed they can bring the economy back. And no NNA Russia, any Ukraine war, no so ever be boom from the IMF, any omonkita hona say nay. Sane meya anase sana moya Ghana etuo no etimi aboa ema say omo esikasem no take the right foot na enche enema nyina betimi akoye ede ama omai Ghana. Ma me shase free Mr. Ishak Che Robeho na hwe this negotiation and how it will help with the economy of Ghana.
You what do you mean that say? In fact, na menka say o mine sikasem nyina animsem. President Akufo-Addo agitumu say enokre ni nyame animu ni yekwa hohiahia.
Okay.
Emra ni titru. Esho kese mienu ifra bonting ebebo ewiase. President declare through the finance minister say yenhwe kwan ebefa so a yene International Monetary Fund IMF betwitwe enkomo na yetimi di ye atwaye. I think that one was also somewhere in December 2022, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah.
Na you call IMF no, but I see any so yamiansa. The other kind of podcast was inclusive growth. Said ye a minor, you bit me a share, na a beginning nemu baby, a yuma beba. The tosumi, you know, a macroeconomic stability. Say a besha say, ye sikana inyina no, a niema boa inyina fakon, ye interest rate a cost ne saa niema no sono, ibitimi akrakra. The tosumi ensa, a potokasam, a friend debt sustainability. Okay. Bia oman no ye kana kokodro no ho be hia se e betu anamo bi se beba fom na afi ye home a e betimi asiso enkomo ye bedi ne kase no ejina de meka etwato no ye no nti ade ba ko a aban we tu ho anamo ene se ye be a domestic exchange program. Kana ye de no ye chemu mienu ebi wo ha aban ne ka no e wo fie ebi nso free abonten ye na amanane abonten de na ye nyina anim se pension funds ne sa ne mani nyina Bank of Ghana esa bowra mu ye bomodin. I think success rate of was about 95%. A domestic debt exchange program no ewie na chese yen target of 55% debt to GDP ratio no na it about 66% debt to GDP ratio, because if you look at your public debt summary krana sata one 610 ofan even 658 billion na your GDP na cross 1 trillion Ghana cedis. It gives you around 66% debt to GDP ratio. deɛ na ayɛ den yɛnka no korɛ yɛ kwan a yɛfa so a yɛne wɔn a yɛde wɔn ka abɔnten no nso so ɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ na wɔn nso ate aseɛ na yɛ restructure yɛ debt debt restructuring nyinaa no
some kind of
anye easy saa anye easy saa ahead anye easy saa
aban ho adi anti
anye easy saa manfo nso yɛ understanding. I think that we need to give credit to the Ghanaian people and the investors minim pa but overall no omo deserve we say omani nyina ye di aseda ehwam ebema omo. Okay. There are times that nipa a sacrifice bibi emane man hu hia say odana say sa na yebeda abonten so fo na omo so a sacrifice my no ade omo ho abafore amaye no so omo so omo deserve so omo say e da omo ase na die tie ne say okwa bonten na ye ka no nkrabata ye mienu baako aye multilateral debt ye no na ye di ye own to IMF, to World Bank, African Development Bank enomo no ho be hia say ye betu dwa say ye no de restructuring bia anya den enka no pacho what you say ye no nti no ye di ye huni ewo ho ho nhyehyeye eso a ye tua ena ho nsi ho nso so ye den ye tua de na aye kontonkro do ana esan yen ye komu no ena na ye bilateral debt ye no so ye pa emu mienu one a euro bonds and two a other creditors the Paris Club including China no money you don't know body in say you owe $5.1 billion Oba Eurobond no so Eurobond no ye owe $13.1 billion inti na just hono nko no kabo ma na $18.2 billion na sa enkomo no ahe danya better sa if it's just not when emfree hono na IMF crying share no mo aye see $3 billion no yenya ye first 600 million second 600 million any the first 360 million in chance abontin for we are not yenyan restructure debt in chance one atiase and sana IMF di sa sika we aba enti ye no muka didi ho nkomo ni nyina wie no I think the finance minister will put out official written statement but it will come. But yengina ye di akire ye te ho nkomo president so kran so edi ho nkomo ehome a afiri ho aba ne se ye be hya se ye tua sa economy no sa 18.2 billion no not until 2026 suspended
including interest
2014 sorry 2024 nothing 2025 nothing 2026 and ebe hye etua any interest nina na amaye home kakra si emfansie how sikasemo how na wo man no ebeduru ho no na ya beti na home no so ye home anesi so na ye di honi na ye no nkomo no na omo atiase Eurobond for no so 13.1 billion omo atiase e de 4.7 billion ache o my Ghana ye ne de omo atwa tuagu ena se ubu nkonta ehwe interest nsi ho ana esenka utua sa up to 2026 na ye no so emma bese be 4.4 billion dollars International finance minister eka say no savings of about $8 billion and oh my Ghana amiki bema this is big enyiska ketwa the yetwa go nkwa 4.7 billion no Papa Kufunya be Hipic pencil, around 4 billion. So for this one to be 4.7 billion means that this one is really big. And Medika kind of say, who be here say, Yadiasida, and Nikabia, a be more so more enyas antiasiano, Emma, yes, and she away. Na ke we said na Medika kano who benefit can see apart from say Yadibia Che, that one is big, number one. Benefit I binya. Interest na nesenka ye pay yanka say CK near nani into dollars near sadi kukutia interest and so everyone no the what first benefit yenya every so you toss me and they say no omo ana tembia no IMF for kra na e de wo mo sika ne bebree chance wo mo ama wo mo to me ansa na wo mo de aba no say no mo we external debt restructuring no say ho condition eni hobium enya di ye hu ni IMF for ba no behwehwe ye nkrata mu na bibia da kama omokoya na chese omo release sa 360 million e de aba. It's important see hu say ye no so a benefit kase pa ene yenya. The third one, which is also very big and prominent, and it's a projects are not sa external creditors we omo edo omo ka wa bonten no omo de omo sika ena na eboyen na say ye debt restructuring na NC ye ntino na sa projects ni nyina no enkoso no say ya clearance we abano say bohun say ombeba me kan kumasi tritru de na me kan kajitia you know from Paris Club and then of friends and Confanoche maternity block on so as matter of fact na airport cracker home but you know the Anado Dankwa Kufado 7 billion be eba be remo. So if there's any even addition we are crying as a airport no one which you be at 1st July you know yeah, no so crying a beba simple idea. But ultimately, and they said the American, yeah, 55% debt to GDP ratio by I think 2027 or so, or 2028. Necessarily, it seems to me that we can get to 55% much quicker
than expected.
55% was the projection, the IMF the buyer, but without it, almost I think 2028, if my memory serves me right, by 2028. But me sure said the years I think we can hit 55% much earlier than that. Nititru. Say ye two abanama Dr. Mamudu Bawumia. Now she na what ye go abonting efa ye revenue management kwan fa so yenye sika firi o man mu no abetwetwe ho komo ha ene kwan a ye fa so aban sika wo fi di ye nwuma kese no so wo betwe ne ho afiri ho no ama ankrankre ababe wuremu no fiscal consolidation no na me hwe policies are well rolling out no nyina. If you bring Dr. Mamudu Bawumia 2024 immediately after your debt restructuring, it's going to be an amazing, financial environment. Oh my God!
Going to all these situations. Now, get to me, BB, before we get to this their situation and sana.
And the crane of me, Senka, me a young comedy ma or producers. Amanane. A crack a sia woman leaders nina. Atias say moving forward no. As I say, we chatty a different path. We crana yen yet high. Yes, say. BBI come on. Yeah, because if I look at what is happening in the UK, for example, ni babia food inflation a hit here, energy prices babia hit here. Excuse me to say, reports are some of them we have it here. Which is a 77 previous amount for chronocra shoplifting. Okay. Yeah, that's a comedy war. So, and then even if you look at the US, the level of borrowing far exceed 1 GDP. Okay. Yes. Okay. And say opa yen afi na ye de ye fifirisin ya ye fifirisin ya ye mfifiri nwie ye ba o man sika semoni dia na esese ohunu say fault ye be pray. Nemo muno. Actually, a reason in a moya dusia casia. So I say, Yanuntino, the solution lies with the New Patriotic Party.
Not with the NDC.
No, not with the NDC.
The solution lies with the New Patriotic
No, you're not with
the we never heard them going for debt restructuring and what have you. But because they had plans ahead, they were able to. Their shocks are buying and they were able to absorb.
Almost me absorb shocks on the side, so they all cannot.
Okay.
It's been devastating.
Okay.
I hit you one more. If I want to be in a free.
Okay.
Now covered by Italy, it grow negative. UK grow negative.
Okay.
US grow negative.
Okay.
Israel grow negative. I can say when you grow negative. Now, what that negative growth means to them, no, and yes, get what.
All right.
Prices in a rising.
Okay.
They said the hit 52 point, There will be inflation rate 1.1%. They could do 11%.
Sure.
Now, oh dear, and or friend is saying 9.5% or 9% single digit. Now it could do 54 now. So, and BBC we are here. Now, so to say rapport boating by so in the casa or boating. So in the casa. You are John Dramani Mahama Quabrichra. Say Ote Asamoka.
Okay.
Obefuse who Asamoka.
Okay.
Ote Rishi Sunak, a British Prime Minister Asamoka. Enti ye can come away see na
global.
Yana and ye say
whether the omuhunu said ye and before hununa. But I'm into opening.
Massa, the fact of the matter is that from 2017, Ghana's economy has been badly managed.
From 2017?
Absolutely.
From 2017?
Yes. Now, when you're in shock, you can say, the name of me and seminar called IMF, which is not factual.
Okay.
Objective.
On the
is it 3 key objectives?
Yes, okay. It's not factual.
Okay.
On July 1st, 2022, letter could upon Chromatroya we instructed finance minister to start engaging with IMF. Last paragraph was the engagement with IMF will seek to provide balance of payment support as part of the broader effort to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of challenges induced by COVID-19 pandemic and recently the Russian-Ukraine crisis.
Okay. Okay.
You see, and Trona or my free company pension.
It
is clear. What's it? Was it the engagement with the IMF will seek to provide balance of payment support as part of the broader effort to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of challenges induced by COVID-19 pandemic and recently Russian-Ukraine crisis.
I said the okay after the crisis. No. Okay.
IMF. Okay. Ishak, I name you mommy and sent him a call.
Okay.
IMF.
All right.
But that is not the case.
Okay.
Factually, that is not the case.
Okay.
They went for a balance of payment support.
Okay.
So initially, Momo call IMF. We went for policy credibility.
Credibility, yes.
It's credible. You have gone for balance of payment support. Right. Now, finance minister, I think it is very clear now that he knows next to nothing when it comes to finance.
Wow.
Oh, yes. And I'll prove it.
Next to nothing.
Nothing. You see, what damaged Ghana? Sovereignty, reputation. What could you say? You have no money to pay. Oko negotiation, you went with a proposal of what? Between 50 and 55%. And the amount, 37%. How do you call yourself, say, we know how to negotiate? And you work when you say, my jibusian, me disca, me mintia. Now, me call aqua selection, me say about between me, say, I'm a good negotiator. Now, he's talking about, say, bondholders, 13.1 billion, they've 37%, which is 4.7 billion. Bilateral financing, creditors, they don't even say that say you be taken as profit, but he's claiming say almost 2 billion. Now he's making a claim say we'll save 8 billion. If you add 4.7 to 2 billion, how much do you get?
4.7 to 2 billion.
6.7. So why is he talking about 8 billion?
Okay.
Savings. Now, why I'm saying that he knows next to nothing in savings. So what money has he saved? This is what we call either debt relief or debt what? Forgiveness.
Okay.
Because when you say savings, savings means to abstain from consumption. And savings must be tangible.
Okay.
Says can also was saving. Where is the money? I can't really scan them. Because can no want to be
okay.
And because it's kind of made the 10 cities at all. You can't say you say the 10 cities because the 10 cities it's not there.
Okay.
So you can't call it a savings.
Okay.
It is what we call debt relief or debt forgiveness.
Okay.
So why is he talking about savings? Why is he talking about savings? So when you do want to share in someone, and go buy no because of situation you won't say anything. Message you do go akoma by 2026, 5.1 billion we have to pay. These are the measures. Oh man, be too much of what discount? What for more brebia? No, no, we bobusha, no, won't mean to na or the bobra. What the busham de coedma? Bushano won't mean to.
I saw more the will be BNT almost won't mean.
No, who got the bushano? Who got any possibility won't mean to. And can one Nediscamamo. What the busha would you buy your money? Or say it genetics etria. Yeah. And for the fact, say what the busha, not a bad man went to me and generated enough to even service
that loan.
You don't imagine can say Mercedes car. Now you must say one and trouble.
Okay.
Now, what damage your sovereignty reputation? Why better than a DBM? Who be a show you know? Can you say you be chow? The idea chow and your savings because you know won't mean to can now. Okay. Enter your trim iron. At the amount.
Okay. But can't we take it from the fact say scan and combat Tamakutriano? That's canon. And then
that money is not no pay well set no sika better makutia. Sikana wine for a yetamakutia. Okay. Where was it? Sikana wine for Nescada one Yantam Fankutia, Anka Yako, Yapacho, your first can be jay. We don't have the money. The money is not there. Okay. So, in simple terms, you cannot say you save money. Politics not that's what my way heading. Hey, we are now in after that restructuring. Do you know, say, we are still under stress because your debt to GDP ratio is between 60 and 70%. So, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Unless, of course, or better way then, we hear politics.
Do you want to say political talk?
Instead absolutely.
The truth.
Yes. Yeah. Because you see, how do you even, a crime and first you say, your two options, power bonds and disco bonds. The power bonds, no, so almost be opted for a you pay a friend interest in the face value. This go there na okwa interest na yeden itime yeden e ko for mam you see trade be 2026 2020 I think 9 then 2030 something
37
yes. What are the measures in place? Mo ba bam na Ghana they can 122 billion. You make Darabaumia was if you find yourself in a debt hole you dig yourself out. You don't dip further. And then if you 122 Ako 6 58. And you see, and mobile na ye jamo funds in sinking fund, stabilization fund, and Ghana Infrastructure Development Fund. Close to $1 billion. Yes. We almost say come about 2017. And from first get 3 pesos for last Euro bond of $200 million. And from first can try. I don't know one. I from one first free. COVID, you can't see in register. I from first free and Sunday IMF. You jam fully capitalized as in bank. We gave you additional 2 wells of oil. Yen sebida. Yen one na be free president for. Any who answer. Set it up the sinking fund and stabilization fund. Single fund, when it goes up, then we turn it to what? Contingency. And two friends. Another one, you did tier loans. Say, and he said, you have down, Cano. No, we need sky then. Yes. That's the reason when we were living on buy and they were able to pay the last tranche. Yeah, IMF, 8 tranches, and they came to 3, which is about $330 million. They pay me anymore. And you've come to borrow money. Yeah, be borrow $3 billion. Now they are told. Now they manage a friend saying, $. On the time, you broke your saying to me called Idobon Bimo. I feel yes. So, Papa and some of Ghana is going. He said in the next few days, and now home baby $1 could do. And yeah, check. He knows next to nothing. Just talking. I mean, I'm all running series on reference in Ghana and energy sector from 2015 to 2016. Every Friday or it's a follow. One mayor energy minister, energy deputy minister, Ansana. I Napoko. Get to me. Just talking.
To say mere talk and all day, but the real situation, Angasa.
Oh, Master, share. One more chance and look at them say, Move, bro, baby, I'm more corner.
What true?
Munyano, yes, no catch. And I ship baby. One better be doing one way. Master, and then kind of we don't even have means to pay the money. The actual corner, where's the money?
Okay.
Just a Ghana has a friend saying, Quatania walk away. One also do one shall be a who peer will be as one a day, one shall.
Okay.
And Sardiana, share 1 year, eh? Just so Omunyai. Omunyai Sardiano. Savings, a little savings. Sikaram wouldn't be a little checker. It is unlike a friend saying, Hippicay say, Sikaranka Uchiano. Fiscal never ABCD. We when said that one say walk or sre. I'm yet a biacho. The Okoya and first Ancho. To over by the common Ukraine, which you've negotiated for a good deal.
Okay.
And you work when you so a canna would dear want to mean tears canon. Ah, yeah, can't show no. Share Dr. Richmond at 2 you know. And now see we are trading on a risky part because we still have to rely on foreign funds because to
survive.
To survive, and we have to go back to borrow, and that makes our case, worse in future.
Okay.
Situation here when we see mechanics, maybe a do no. We should hold a bull by the moment and trans and even 5 didn't found on my way. Get them mobile or my monka. Moody free as a budget, Edma budget, or a budget, or for budget. Mr. Aberdeen to many pay ya, Ghana and Nanaku for the Yay, Edjegukwe, Ghana or Batampa Cares program, 100 billion. Where is it? Ghana Development Bank, no, long-term financing. Where is the Development Bank?
But that's it. But Mr. Shakona, and also definitely we'll have some rebuttals. Messages in the Abamia na Makin can be at the Amamo. How many man do?
Theory.
Yes, sir.
Pacho can
Now, the Ghana economy is showing signs of stabilization thanks to the authorities' steadfast implementation of its IMF-supported economic program, which aims to restore macroeconomic stability, secure debt sustainability, and lay the foundation for higher and more inclusive growth.
I didn't just lie. You see, let me link up the PV kind and the Meme kind. And PV cannot say that I have lied. Not at all. Oyare. Also, yefun yare. But what I say? Yefun yare no ena o kope ehun edru. Na mo madro na o kope na se dro no ye wo kwayare sare wo pese nam sisi wo so. Inclusive growth.
Yeah.
Afei ohwe se enema bia na ekofa saa ye no ba no ye no so be yeden e be free ho na afei no se oh ye bibia obi ehunu say oh yes abranti ne ho atonampa. And yes, it is true. Say a balance of payment, you know na ye yare en ye de koy. En na ye yare en de koy. Na ye botaye no en say sa yare no e wo enema protocol was symptoms. Miensa bia ye kono se sa yare ni free hwa sa nema we say nso ebe kire. Say yare na free hwa ampa. But what you say? Yes. So ye ko IMF say debt sustainability. When ye can ye dear no ebetimi perform. Now the support norm de my no. Support norm de my no. Senka ye commercial data. Senka ye timinko that way. Ye nti na omo ye no kra no omo san wo sa technical support and others. Esa ka ho. So they say entinya say ye be prescribe or friend is saying ye cure yare no kwa. Na mu aduro bi ese ye di ma obi a.
Nya ho de na sambo.
Ese say drone no eka ho doctor says ye hwe wo en. These are all IMF technical support omo offer.
Okay.
So our objective of IMF, one, build an inclusive growth. Say your produces a 4.7% growth rate first quarter. COVID, you grow 0.5%.
Yeah.
Last year, you grew 2.8%. First quarter this year, you grow 4.7%. The prospect is that Fitch, a review. Now Fitch say and growth rate is 3.8%. Say ya menuka say. Omo edia 4.3%. Our friend is saying even 2025, omo ediko estimated 4.5%. Ye inflation. No Fish once again. One more say May 20 last month. Now 23.1%. Say Ghana is going to end by end of December and around 19%.
Okay.
So you see the growth. Then the macroeconomic stability, inflation now, 54.2%. So say every 23, one more projected 19%. Sanima when ACC now who say, but I what they call IMF, Siensa we yari no. Juma.
Okay.
You understand? Juma. So macroeconomic stability, inclusive growth, debt sustainability. And I make us say, domestic debt exchange program now, and the PV can work it because Ghana we are over 1 trillion, Ghana cedis, and our debt is, of friends say 658. If you calculate how much debt to GDP ratio does it give you?
Okay.
Around basis 66%. Okay. External debt no so eba beka one. Heading ebesa amana yede. I'm swati. What you say? Na enhihye say sika we metwa biegu. Hey. Any relief? It's a big relief. Let us call a spade a spade.
Okay.
What is your record?
And it's a record.
Yeah, epic economy na mudijai. Epic.
So what is the
yes.
What is the difference?
Thank you very much.
What is the difference?
Before COVID, now your debt to GDP ratio, now you're 64%.
Okay.
You should check. 64% debt to GDP ratio.
Okay.
What is here? You should check other nations, South Africa, other countries. We're just around the same debt to GDP ratio with South Africa. What is here? Now, sa debt restructuring a year, NDC for borrowing a 20 billion for the 8 years. $20 billion for 8 years. What is here? MPP is about $20.2 billion. So what friend is a banking sector cleanup, energy sector issues, and COVID-19.
Because
hospitals.
Okay.
What you say? So debt restructuring includes NDC's $20 billion that they borrowed within the 8 years. What you say? Then and you know, KOD, the objectives was very clear. Adia yebe measure Ghana to see whether IMF na ye koye no. Indeed, say ye achieve your objectives. And na mama home facts and figures. No.
All right.
What
now, before we introduce Ghana's national debt in relation to gross domestic product from 2019. 2019, 58.34%. 2020, 72.34%. 2021, 79.16%. 2022,
what was 2019?
2019, 58.34%.
It was not even
up to 60.
Up to even 60.
Yes.
You understand? So idea very clear. Very clear. So say
in
post-COVID,
managing the economy and what have you, better.
Let me place it on record. Say before COVID, before Russia war in Ukraine. Listen. I have made this submission countless of occasions.
Okay.
Say, we external shocks no free mu na enema running normal. Yera John Dramani Mahama ni exchange rate depreciation 18% in 8 years. Dankwa Kufuado first 4 years was 7.5%.
So why don't we look at the first 4 years?
Yes, without external shocks.
Okay.
If you take fundamentals apart from debt to GDP ratio, every single economic fundamental before external shock was better than the NDC. Every single one. Policy rate now you're 25.5% under NDC. You buy a driver policy rate all the way down to 13.5%.
Okay.
A driver interest rate from 32% because they borrow from UBA at the interest rate of 32%. We drove interest rate down to 20.6%. What is here? Inflation 15, of 0.4%. Apart from 2017, inflation still single digit. Check until 2022 and a spike here. Okay? Share our friend is a growth rate. Share your growth rate. What is here? 6.8%. Your friends say 8.5% 2017, 5.6% 2018, 6.8% 2019, average 7%.
Okay.
Almost the say you find 3.4%. Abra Papa Kufuja oila a big growth rate could do 14% at somewhere 2011. One more drive on down to 3.4%. When was on build the economy of Ghana?
Thank you very much, Alayi Shak. Sir Kyodi, good evening. But in fact, Madam Jane has disappointed me with praising NDC party for coming back to IPAC. Kyodi, I told you who partners Mr. Bawumia, Dr. Bawumia, the next president of Ghana, or who partner Mr. John Dramani Mahama, the loser is not important to Ghanaians. Ghana needs factories and not running meats. Nana Abuaji Timudehine, thank you. Okay, yeah, that's it. Nana Abuaji. We say, Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh is a member of parliament for 16 good years with good track record, a minister of education with good track record, current minister of energy with good track record. To me, Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh is the best candidate for the new patriotic party. Nobody can compare the vice presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, who is a Division 1 player, to Honorable Dr. Opoku Prempeh, who is a Cristiano Ronaldo. Nobody can compare Division 1 player to Cristiano Ronaldo. From Kudaya, Eric Makosa from Volta region and Low constituency. Good works, Mr. Broby, is possible. Please, Mr. Broby, can I have your number? I have very pressing issues to discuss with you. Good evening, KOD. We say, as President Mahama said, he will never use a lot of money to just educate Ghanaians free of charge. if he had the money, Ghanaians and people of Impoho are going to vote for MPP and John Sandy. It is possible. I'm Kumi from Impoho already, but that's it. Ask PV, he should boldly give us one social policy intervention that was implemented by JDM that helped the poor people of Ghana. Okay, ask PV at their time when Muntie 3 were released by Mahama, was rule of law that active. Okay, I'm saying what? Obeyano. Good evening, host. Please ask the MPP man if he's saying developed countries are going through economic crisis. Why is it that people are leaving the country Ghana to different countries? Jacob Leche from Tema. Esme Musa, Mr. Ishak. Good evening, KOD. God bless you for your good work done. The NDC man talks as if the world is coming to an end. Ask him, what good things did his party do? He should give us a break. Andy Kipkus Yadasi, also wondering chair, and no. We say good evening, lawyer. Please, ask the MPP man, where will he be at 2037 before taking loans, promising to pay in 2037? KOD, good evening. He said, but why? Elder speaks like, I won't read this message. Thank you very much. I won't read that one. Who else? Right. My member Nafi, Mr. Jantra, or are you Ketubi Nafi? You call the next one. Or just about 15 minutes to end.
You see, because MPP for a Chantra, Isaac is bringing in additional ailments and so on and so forth, but that won't solve the problem. Now, economy, when you trade surplus, 2 years running, now currency is depreciated. What does it tell you?
Okay.
You see, and now I catch up with the bailout now, Yako IMF, Yako General. When you the Bank of Ghana apprentices can 3 times the amount of 3 times, and the facts are there. 3 times. Now, he was comparing figures. When President Mahama A-level office in 2016, inflation rate was 15%. Interest rate was between 25 and 29%. National debt was 122 billion. Debt to GDP ratio was 56%. Then exchange rate, $1 to 4 cedis, 50 pesos. As of 2023, inflation rate was 42%. Now it's about 25 and I'm good. 23, yes, it is still up. Interest rate was between 35 and 45%. This time I said, moving around 35%. National debt was 575. As I sit in front of you, it's 670 something billion. Debt to GDP ratio, now above from 2023, it was 104%. Now it's about 67, close to 70%. Exchange rate is how much now? Those 2023 13 cities now, it's almost 16 cities. So records when I check it out, what compare?
On the first, almost first.
Share, my main case mention. Because Dr. Bayamia intellectual were dishonest. See, time on all running lectures say, if your economic fundamentals are weak, exchange rate will expose you. When it catches up with him, Obedina Teka, it was so. We have 2 forms of measuring what? Forest, my boy. We have the fixed and floating. Time on water, even the no usual.
Okay.
You see, more 40-man committee, but we are Man Frank come for Sweden, so 40-man committee, and $1. My year, be a goal for a and see who take. You have nothing under your sleeves except to talk. Because near Mamo and near Mamo Kenyan, where do we find yourself now, Dr. Baumia? You are claiming why we here from the bedroom. COVID asthma okay, Post-COVID, economy say what's sub-region, Obia grew by 3%. Sana Ghana grew here.
Which year?
Post-COVID.
Post-COVID year, we grew
5.4%. Which year?
2021.
Who told you?
Check.
Me checking. The bank. The bank.
I would say.
Mr. Post-COVID, economy now grew 3%. Ghana grew here for 5.4%. Post-COVID. They told you, "Mu try to children." Share. The friend say, Win him.
Russia won Ukraine, man. Can you see where we'll be flying?
And they're flying. You were boring out.
Well, 2020.
Bacho, one at a time, one at a time. All right.
Bosiana, my bro.
2021 growth rate.
Bosiana, who sit there, you are lucky, so you can't go and borrow. Why a debt distress?
Fact check.
I have an uncle first can free. Money will go here. Money be away him. Nothing but my him. Master checking. In sub-region, Obia grew above 3%. Ghana will grow below 3%. Check it.
Okay. The coronavirus pandemic was projected to affect Ghana's economy to some extent. Real GDP was expected to grow at 5.3% in 2022. Hold on. In 2021, the growth was estimated at 5.3. Was expected. Okay, Maminre. I'll come up. Yes, was expected.
No, 2021 growth is what we are.
I'll bring that one out. I'll bring that one.
Okay. Economy, me say, Oma beya consumption expenditures. And I'm economy, we have been drew baby I did drew. You borrow over 27 billion during COVID.
Okay.
It took IMF one account for sales canal. We are not progressing with more. Account for. You mismanage Sikalina, Muchama Monkofo.
Okay. That is it. Ghana's overall 2021 real GDP growth was 5.4.
5.4.
5.4%.
5.4%. 2021.
Mama Soson, because no.
You see,
Ministry of Finance.
Good.
Ministry of Finance.
Maybe Pool Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
Records on Ediacho.
Okay.
So we need trade surplus for continuous 2 years. Now currency depreciated. What does it mean?
Okay.
What does it mean? It means we figures they are cook figures.
Okay. They are not real.
No. Okay. Bank of Ghana, where Tama Yebuso say, Omo Pintis Kama Abano, what has my governor can? Also, Mama Bandebaya, overdraft. Alameboa. Now, when I was retail banking, and my buying, they were printing money. You are printed 3 times the money. Economy. He made reference to say central market, any confirmation. You have no shame. With him. The anti-economic say structural integrity report. Say a Danny Yaho, the Yemudanya Dane, and Tungu. Nesikanum, Kedeba competed down. A bet me see 450 bed what capacity. It is a human or then I also human. It is sold for 2 years.
Okay.
Central market. You catch it, Canada, Yan and Temco confirmed before warm sky.
Okay, my before we trigger Ghana's economic outlook, recent macroeconomic and financial development. Real GDP growth slowed to 3.3 in 2022 from 5.4 in 2021.
Yes. So
Ghana.
We African Development Bank. Yes.
Good. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. I feel you ready to me say. And near my and the Omokenano. We shouldn't have been where we are. He was making mention to say America for the car, Britain for the car.
UK for the car.
Yes, America sure. If America, yes, but if America or the car in dollars on one currency.
Yes.
And they are still in trouble.
No.
They are still in trouble.
No, I'm telling you the difference. One or the car on one currency. Yang a car in
dollars. In dollars.
Two. Or no, I say what the car ni GDP so Yan block on say ma odim ko eden and come busan.
Okay.
Me say one I say what the car kese no. I go I run over ni GDP no. For na ya return say
you rate
yes. No. Osa ko busan ko na lower interest rate So what are you comparing?
Oh no, well,
what are you comparing?
Speak for him. What
are you comparing? Ni para de otutu no. What the catch on? But you ban ko ko busan.
Say I heard some
friends
saying debt to GDP ratio uko in ya no ne other countries are
Japan
far
yes,
Japan no more
yes,
but still they are able to
yes.
Go ahead. Yes.
Because
credibility.
Yes.
Okay.
And one year reckless, I buy a wedding.
What is your
What is we share?
Timothy, recklessness, I did.
Tamamoto, I buy a loan. That's me say this year $336 million. Go and find out from the contractor. 100 million Ghana cedis on the head of them.
100 million.
I'm telling you.
Tamamoto we. Alaji.
Sikana for him.
Mami too.
And some of who's and one samba. I feel more baby afa.
Mami too.
Messi economy. Oma mismanaging.
Kewodi, I respect your platform in such a way, sir. And I have been very consistent. I think that I'm platforming. So more ticket or more basopa. Perhaps either I'll be one of the highest. I won't come here and lie. That's the last thing that I would do. Okay? It is now proving. Debt sustainability, macroeconomic stability, inclusive growth. Measure IMF na against these benchmarks. These clearly the aims we sought to achieve. Okay? Let's nobody who is listening to it be swayed by any rhetorics. The Tosumbium and say, yeah, restructure your debt is some reni and etihania kahon koma. Over 8-year period, the NDC borrowed $20 billion. Okay? Over 8-year period, NDC is the trade balance negative for 8 consecutive years. Okay? Over 8 years, NDC growth rate achieved because of Paco for oil or break here. 14% 2011. One more drive on it down. There was not a single year of rebound. In other words, and yet it has to say air conform. No, you're being where Pejayans and air conform. When we chair, a chair say, "O man, what at what?" What you say? Yet ye be kano kran ye gusuo ya kano kran no sa say. From 2017 to 2019, and some of the statistics even 2021, like inflation, was better than Yera John Dramani Mahama in 8 years. Dear PVA Kenyan, if we even set out to deal with average over John Mahama, average under Nana Akufo-Addo, there's nowhere Yera John Dramani Mahama dear better than Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I have maintained, say, Senkaye almost pencil and sa external shocks you buy. Giving baby na ye jina warm pencil and external shocks you buy. And Kenya baby, and I can insist on that. Now, when you dear more and is higher west, dear more almost higher dear west, and they say, one more dear. One more sign it no picture no more withdraw support systems a what system no nyina. Say open president wa bagana uhunu say ni three ding pa Yera John Dramani Mahama. Difficult times was to withdraw nursing allowance. Difficult times was to withdraw a teacher training allowance. Difficult times was to withdraw Arabic instructors allowance. Difficult times national health insurance as of okay? Difficult times no Dankwa Akufo-Addo and restore nurse training allowance, teacher training allowance, Arabic instructor allowance was implemented free senior high school policy. One of the biggest strategies to reduce poverty in Ghana. A kwanya ye faso said ye beya uhia brubro ye betiso any free senior high school free TVET any stem na about we say ediabano. One more dear no na eye dean he fan no the Ghana sikane kwa still na omukano ekosoro. Okay, national health insurance. Se see ameno kasai. Dankwa Akufo-Addo sickle cell sufferers. They are on the national health insurance. Se see ameno kasai. All right. Our friend is saying childhood cancer. Our national health insurance. Okay. Se see ameno kasai. You admit one more year less than 18 years. That dialysis until the national health insurance, and those who are above 60 years. Me say. Dino krana dino. Dankwa Akufo-Addo eko pesika edikotua BEC registration. Emma mamina na otie krasa na okokoko do na wonya ne banchi and in board ye at the bar abe ofufu sika esenkodi ekotua ayi no friend say no BECE fees no otimi de kota maso etimi de egun nkwam. You understand? So the point I am saying is that Dankwa Akufo-Addo ni economy wa build support system akra wasan edi abegugu akwanu ema Ghana fo enya ho emfaso NHIS virtually now I'm running it down. Okay. National Health Insurance no more running it down. Okay, say through digitalization almost 18 million Ghanaians are enrolled on the National Health Insurance. Say we are even looking for say or friend say chronic diseases no cry no ebetimi akọ National Health Insurance. If the funding is weak like one more pencil, there's no way I'll bet me at this time she way in health insurance no amana yi.
Thank you very much.
Next to die.
Thank you very
next to
much.
Die.
Good evening, Mr. PV. Ti abebuyi wari aboa pete abo oyadie ama yede woko brukuso akosawo yadie udru kwamu na kokosechi nam dahwa na udru kwamu na kokosechi na hwa o say how much price unim se pete no ono ane kokosechi mahama bio ensi bio nana kwadwu thank you PV your state rate was low because you cancelled teachers and nursing trainees allowance and you collapsed the NHIS. There wasn't free SHS in many more from Ishmael at Kede. Please tell the MPP man to speak what is going on now. Okay. I'm too. We have the final say.
Yeah, 20 billion. But we never in this country into debt distress zone. Yeah, Colonel. They came and made their money.
Okay.
Size come Mabu and then nobody guy. And Juana was a good manager. Obedisika will near a better carbaton won't mean to. This is what you're talking about.
Okay.
My bed run on my way down. My bed misses Ghana's car. COVID is Gamuchama for over 27 billion Ghana cedis. And I'm COVID. As I'm going to know. Yana I was here Bob Bushankers, eh? Yeah, I'm from an uncle deputy. I'm blocked here from bond market. And in the last 2 years, most of them will say, and I'm more say. What are you talking about? What by restructure, friends? What the necessary allowance about we have now about a cat also won't mean to your canwa. You still pride yourself. Now, I know Ukreska or Russian, they didn't know fear. Yes,
thank you very much.
There's no sense in doing that.
Thank you, Mr. PV Jantra Boatin Daxon, or no a business consultant.
There's no sense in doing
a member of the NDs, Mada Alaji Shakchi, Brobe, lecturer of School of Business, KSTU, and member of the NPP. Better coffee to pass as a no matter the PCS are Bediako as a I know a prepare and authority show no edit my afi Nana Kwame Sunday and a share sound no and my media the Kwabena Owusu Dankwa Nyame aduma ochina yebesa Asia yakramo bye bye.